Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome! It has been a hot minute since I have been on this channel. I'm not gonna lie, cause life happens, and so did COVID. But we're back, and today we're gonna be doing a really exciting lip video because we have a new product in town. It is the new L'Oreal Paris Chiffon Signature. Ta-da! Can you guys see? Oh, one kind of dropped, but it's okay. Can you guys see this? They're so pretty. All right, guys, so this is a new lip product from L'Oreal Paris. It isn't a global product. It's actually a regional product. It's only going to be launched in Asia, so you know where you can get it. Not only that, but this range actually is an extension of their highly coveted Rouge signature range. And this is basically just a different formula, but it's kind of like similar family. It's like the same umbrella, if you get what I mean. Not only that, but this range comes in 9 different shades, and we'll be doing the lip swatches right now. Alright, now that you guys have seen the lip swatches, let's go into formula and all the product details. Mind me, I might be looking at my screen a little bit because I have a lot of notes, just saying. Now, if you want to buy the Chiffon Signature, you can only find them online because they're exclusive to L'Oreal Paris on Shopee and Lazada. So that's the only place that you guys will be able to buy this. And I will link everything down below in the description box. They are going to be affiliate links, just putting it out there. I'm just saying. Thank you so much if you use my affiliate link, and if you don't, it's fine. Now, these are going to be sold at 50 ringgit 90 cents on Lazada and Shopee. I will say that for drugstore, I do find the prices to be a little bit steep, but then again, L'Oreal has always been that brand that does price themselves a little higher in the drugstore, so I'm not really surprised. Not only that, but their Rouge signature line is also priced at the same price. So again, I'm not surprised that it is the same price. So I think it's great. Speaking of the Rouge signature, I just want to talk about the packaging really quickly. It does come with the same style of packaging as the Rouge signature. I think it's really pretty. Not only that, but it has a beautiful pink pastel coat over here. It's like a matte. It is gorgeous. When I first received the PR package, I practically screamed because they're just so cute and feminine, and I just can't. Like, they're so pretty. Not only that, but I really appreciate the fact that there is a sticker on top with the shade code and also the shade name and also the shade color. On top of that, I think I realized something that I actually kind of like is that some of them actually have this stamped, and it almost feels engraved. It's actually the manufacturing date. So you kind of can't, basically, you know that it's original, it's not fake. okay, one problem that I have with a lot of products is that it comes with the sticker, so it wears off, it tears off. Not only that, but people can just peel it off and replace it. So it's, you know, sometimes people sell expired items, and that's something that I feel like is flawed in the beauty system sometimes. I know some parts can't be changed, but I like the idea of them stamping it or even engraving, so it's something that you can't fake. About the engraving though, I wish that this was consistent throughout all of the products. I have a few here that aren't actually stamped or engraved, and I think this is a really good idea actually, so I hope that they continue with this. Before I forget about the sticker, I think it's quite sturdy so far. I mean, I only have been using this for about a week and a half for the whole line, and I've been trying to pick at the sticker, and I mean, I've been staying home. I haven't chucked this in my bag yet, but I would say that it's pretty sturdy. It takes quite a bit for it to even peel off a little bit, so I would say that's great. Not only that, but as packaging as a whole, I think it looks great. It feels really sturdy. It has some weight to it. It doesn't feel very like plasticky, even though it is, but it doesn't feel like glass either, you know, like that acrylic feeling. It doesn't, but it does give the weight that makes it feel luxe. So for the price, I do think it's quite worth it because it just makes this feel like such a high-end product. So now to the downside of it, which I think is probably the biggest flaw in this product right now. Spoiler alert. Basically, even though they give you the sticker on top and also this frostiness at the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see, but basically you can kind of see what color the product is inside. But no, it's not. It's not a true reflection of the color. So you actually have to manually open it to be able to see the shade. And this is the true color of the product. And I feel like this is what I like to say. This is so mafan. Because if I want to know the product, I just want to see either from the bottom or from the sticker, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what it is. But now, if I don't remember what my favorite shades are, I have to manually just pick at them to open them to be able to see what this is. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think personally, I feel like that's such a big flaw, but I guess the saving grace of this is that because it's only online, it's not like you get to open this in store and see. Also because I don't think they're planning to bring this in store anytime soon. So what you can do is actually see it online. But at the time of me filming this, I don't know if they're putting like lip swatches or any type of like swatch. I do know that they have virtual try-ons that you guys can try. But my experience with virtual try-ons is that sometimes it's not always true to color because they follow the sticker. So I'm just saying, try the virtual try-ons. I hope that the swatches in the beginning of the video also helps you guys make a purchasing decision. But I would say, thread at your own risk. Alright, now let's talk formula. So based on the formula, I actually visited like their claims that they sent me through the PR sheet and also how I generally feel about the product. So firstly, in terms of wear, I think it's really, really comfortable. It definitely lives up to the claim of feeling like clouds on your lips because truly, they are really, really soft. I think the formula is so soft, so smooth, and the application makes it even better. Not only that, but so far, all of the shades that I've tried, after a few hours, it doesn't really feel drying on the lips. It definitely does not last through food. You're definitely gonna have to touch up. Water, I feel like is still kind of forgiving, but again, it's something that is definitely transferable and you definitely need to touch up throughout the day. It does hide the lines and kind of blurs everything out on your lips quite a bit. I won't say it's like extreme, but I would think it's a bit more of like the K-beauty realm where everything is just like really soft finish, ombre-like. It's kind of like that. But I will say, I think once it hits like the 4 to 5 hour mark, I don't know, it's because I have really dry lips and I have a lot of lines that they get a little bit more obvious after a couple of hours. But I don't really mind it because once you put another layer on, it's buildable and it doesn't look patchy or dry after that. So it's great. All I do is just really add another layer on top. I think one great thing about the line is that it has consistent pigmentation. All of the shades are really consistently pigmented and none of them give you that streakiness. You know, sometimes when you look at lipstick ranges, there'll be like one or two that don't really perform as well as the others. This one, I can safely say that they are all very, very consistent, which is A+. Like I said earlier, these are kind of like in comparison to K-beauty brands who have kind of like taken storm worldwide right now. And not only that, but it's really big in Asia that we like these soft matte finishes. So I'm not surprised that L'Oreal is tapping into this market, especially since it's Asia focused right now. And I will say one thing that they have the upper hand, like I compared this to a bunch of different soft matte lipsticks, satin lipsticks, basically satin-based liquid lipsticks I've compared this to. And I will say that this is quite superior. The reason why I say this is because a lot of these soft matte finishes from other K-beauty brands that I've tried tends to be a little bit chunky. Sometimes that kind of gets a little clumpy on the lips when you don't apply them properly. Where else with these, I find that the formulation is really, really smooth. And because of that, when you apply it on, you don't find any like chunks on your lips. The only time I found a chunk was because I didn't prep my lips and it was dry skin. Ew. I know. If we talk about application, I think it's great. It basically mimics the packaging of the Rouge Signature, like I said before, and also comes with the same application. So it has this angled applicator, pointy tip doe foot applicator. It is great. Not only that, but I think one thing that a lot of brands forget about is when the product actually comes up. So when you actually take it out of the tube, you know that little like bit over there that helps you scrape off a little bit of product? I think this is so perfect because what I do is when I pull it out, whatever that's here, normally I would cover my whole lip and it's more than enough for the whole lip. Like I think this dispenses just enough product for you, and I feel like a lot of brands forget about that process, and I think this is really good. It gives you just enough. In terms of smell, honestly, I love the smell. Like when I sniff it, it's like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, ooh, it's like birthday cake. So good. Now, in terms of formula, as much as I would love to compare it to the Rouge Signature, unfortunately, I don't have any of those, so I can't physically like compare the formulations. But if I have the chance to try it, hopefully I'll get to like update in the description box. So maybe if this is like a later time that you're watching this, you can also refer to the description box. Just saying. In terms of shade range, I feel like I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they're trying to experiment whether or not this is actually going to do really well in Asia before they expand it and see if this is actually going to be a core thing in their line. But guys, I mean, you saw the swatches, the ranges. It's like 2 nudes and 7 shades of red, and I'm not impressed by that because I would want to see a bit more diversity in the range, especially if this is a first launch. I don't know if they're playing safe to just sell on the formula first before going in with the colors. I don't know if that's their strategy, but I just feel like in comparison to the other 30 over shades that they have in the Rouge Signature, I just wish that they incorporated a bit more color, you know? Like, where are more of the pinks or even the browns or the burgundies? All of these other like K-beauty brands that follow this kind of formulation, I feel like they have a lot more bright tones, and I can see where they're going with this, but I just wish there was more diversity in that. If you're talking about like my favorite shades in the range, it will probably be these 3 over here. The first one is 220 and I Wonder. See, this is like a really nice red. I love this shade. The next one I have is 224 I Roll. This is like the really nice rosy nude shade. This is probably like my favorite out of all of them because of its versatility. which I need to get to. And this is $2.25 in I Grasp. See, they're all just really close, and that kind of irks me because do you need all of the shades in this range? No, you don't. I think you probably would only, like, if you really like this, I would only encourage you to get maybe like 3 to 4 at best, because I just don't see the point in having so many red tones. There's literally, I love red orange shades. There's 2 red orange shades in a range of 9. That's a lot. Like, most of the time when it comes to red orange shades, you have like a range of like 20, 30 shades and there's only 1. This is 2 in 9. That's insane. Okay, let's rewind a little bit and go back to versatility, because this was encouraged to be worn as a cream blush. And guys, let me tell you, I'm obsessed with cream blushes right now. All cream products. I just have an obsession right now, particularly cream blushes. And this was honestly a pretty darn good blush. I'm not gonna lie, I was really impressed. I actually wore this through an intense workout. I was sweating like crazy. I just pat my face and it stayed on. Like, I still looked like I was pretty flush. Like, a little bit came off, but it was still quite even. It's not like patches of blush. I was really, really impressed. This is actually the blush that I'm wearing today. My favorite shade, I Roll 224. Can you see? It's almost like a neutrally but still pinky blush. I would say that if you want to get any of them, it will be this, because honestly, it's a gorgeous blush and it's a gorgeous everyday shade. You're gonna get so much out of this. This is the shade you need. Just saying. In terms of application, what I did was I just did like 3 dots upwards to my cheekbone, and then really quickly I took my Fenty brush. This is so good for cream products, by the way. Amazing. I use it with all my cream products now. And what you do is I just blended it upwards in circular motion. So I just blend, 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 blend. And then once everything was blended out, I just like stippled it around like this just to even everything out, and that's all I needed to do. But seriously, it was pretty darn impressive. If you want to bang for your buck, I Roll best. Also, I have to say that in terms of wear, like foundation, no foundation, I find these work better with a foundation. I personally love the Fenty skin tint with this, because the skin tint already blurs and gives your face this really like natural skin-like finish. So good. So good. In terms of product comparison, I would say these are closest to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. Do I prefer them more? I used to love the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I still use them. I actually find these to be a little bit better depending on shade. No shade there, but depending on shade. Because there are some shades in this line that I find to be quite patchy, so I don't really reach for them as much anymore. So there are a few superior ones that I do keep and use really often. I would say it's like the Soft Matte Lip Cream, but better, because the application is better. It's definitely like a step up. In terms of the shades, I know there's a couple of here and there's of everything. You know, like I said, there's 2 orange reds. So make sure you go back to the swatch portion of this video and just see what you think will suit best on you. Just to give you guys a range in terms of like skin tone, I am a light medium, just to give you guys an idea. And in terms of undertone, I'm definitely more of a warmer undertone. So just to give you guys, you know, some ideas on how this would also wear on you. But again, you can also try out their virtual try-ons. I don't know how well they work. Personally, I'm not always very convinced with personal try-ons, but I'll leave that up to you, because to each their own. Alright guys, so that was my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found this helpful, and who knows, maybe you may like this just as much as I do. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Hopefully I don't go off the grid again. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if this was helpful for you. It does help a lot, apparently, with the YouTube algorithm. Not only that, but I will again list the products down below in the description box. And I will also list my social handles like IG and everything, so that if you guys have more questions, you know, you can DM me, Hopefully I reply, I'm just saying. Or, you know, leave them down below in the comments and I will try to get back to you. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.